Hi there, welcome back. It's Catherine again from Sunnyside Journals. I'm working. Let's do some make stuff with me. Part 4 of I've been working on this do-it-yourself book this weekend. Just taking a little break from working on In Felicia and working on the commission journal. It's a holiday weekend here in Canada. It's our Thanksgiving weekend, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to give myself a little break from those two journals that I'm working on. And so I started this on Friday, and it's now Monday, and I'm actually hoping to get this done today. I'm really liking how it's turned out. So it's a hollow back, hidden spine, done the way Nick the Booksmith teaches. And I did a little tiny, one of those little quickie videos in Instagram, and so all the signatures are in, and I just put in plain end papers. I ended up putting in plain ones after all my yammering on about using my scrapbook paper, and I ended up actually opting for this nice warm sort of camel color, so that I can have fun playing with it. I noticed something here when I did that little 1-minute flip through of the on Instagram. This paper here, I think I've got 2 in the book, is from a great big book I found last summer, a 10-year journal for gardening. And there's a 1 page for every single day of the year, and then they're really big sheets. I've cut it down to fit in here. And I thought it was empty. I thought it was never used. And I obviously didn't take a close look, because obviously the first owner tried to use it for a little while. I noticed this on a flip through. And at first I got a little panicky. I thought, oh dear, somebody's in my journal. But you know what? That actually really legitimizes that these papers are from all over the place. I had no idea that it looks like she was planting lilies. Bought 4 packages, 3 in a package, middle of front bed. Isn't that cute? But she obviously, for whatever reason, the book is empty for all intents and purposes, except for that one little blurb was decided it needed to be included in a book somewhere. So anyhow, so I made a few decisions. I pulled out my big box. Here's a true confession, because it's not even all that I've got. These are all my index cards, because this journal is my ode to index cards. And so I want to go through my index cards, and I want to include, I'm going to try and include 1 of every single kind I've got. I think that would be fun. But when I was going through my box of index cards, I found something interesting. Initially, I thought I was going to make tuck spots out of this scrapbook paper. 1 on the front and 1 on the back. Just to, like that. But when I was going through my index card box, and that's not all that I have a bigger box in my closet. There's just no point keeping them all out. I found... I cut up game boxes. I find old games and old jigsaw puzzles at my weighing store. And sometimes the boxes are just so pretty that I can't resist the box. And this was a game box. It was from the 1940s, and it had steeplechase, dominoes, I think, bingo, and checkers, all in 1 box. Anyhow, I cut them up to make bookmarks and that, and I still had these 2 pieces left over. And wouldn't those make really cool, this one on the back, imagine that's the back end paper. Wouldn't they make great tuck spots? So I'm using those. And so I've got to get them tidied up. They're still rough looking because I just hacked away with scissors at the time. when I was cutting up that. I was using the sides to make bookmarks. I needed bookmarks at the time, but I knew that sooner or later, I've used one of these before in one of my other journals. I believe Donald Duck's Toy Train has a piece from this old game. So I'm finding some red seems to be coming out in here, and that makes sense. It's my favorite color, and I like a nice warm brick red. I don't like a cherry fire engine red. Well, you know what? I don't mind it. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm given my druthers, I'd rather have a warm brick red. I'm going to use this. It's a milk. I'm going to use that somewhere. I finally found. I knew I had cut out the copyright date, so I'm going to do something with the copyright date. And I think I'm going to put this on this side. So I may split those up. I've changed my mind about this. I want to make the border tinier. Don't want it so big. And initially I thought I wanted this dark brown, and I don't. I want to go with black because this ink is black. So I'm going to be trimming these sides, and I'm going to put that there like that. Let's imagine that. Do you do this? I do this all the time. I lay things out, stand back and look at them and decide. Oh yeah. Yep, I love it. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that. Again, my craving for red today, but this is my break journal, right? I'm taking a break this weekend and working on something just for me. Well, I'm not going to keep it. It will be going into my Etsy shop at some point. I'm going to put some tarot cards in it. And I've got this really cool old box of, they look very Art Deco to me. And they're a really nice red, and they're really beaten up and well loved. So I'm going to make some journaling cards out of these and put them in it. Now my plan is to, there's 7 signatures, and each signature, the front page is heavier paper. And my plan is, I'm not going to use this one. My plan is to, though, each signature is going to get a tab going down. So there's sort of a waterfall of cool tabs. So, oh, I can hear my husband's phone going downstairs, and I can see him out in the yard. Oh, well. So I'm going to dig out. Come on, out you come. I'm going to dig out. I have, as everyone does, I have a big box of offcuts that I throw it aside here, and when I've got, what's that? That's red. Oh. When I've got offcuts, they just get thrown in here for use later. So this is my goal, is to make my tabs from pieces out of my offcuts box. Red-winged blackbird. Well, we'll see. Anyhow, so I'm just touching base this morning before I get to work. And so I'm going to work for a little while, and then I just, it's Thanksgiving up here. It's just my husband and I today. So I bought us one little, just a turkey breast. So I'm going to get our little turkey breast ready for the 2 of us, and I'm going to make a little bit of stuffing and a little bit of gravy, and we're going to have a nice Thanksgiving. Him and I and our little dog. So I might check in later after lunch once I've got things going in the oven and show you how far I've got working on this. So I hope everyone has a good day. I think I heard somewhere on the news that it's also a holiday down in the U.S. It's gone out of my head now. Anyhow, so if it is a holiday where you are in the world, happy holiday. And if it isn't, happy Monday. And hopefully I'll see you a bit later today.